Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Maschine Mark III and how to arrange all your scenes and patterns that you've made into a song and how to export that song so it's a completely finished project. I did a tutorial recently called it was about how to make your scenes and your patterns and how all these work together in the arranger and stuff like that. So you might want to check that out. A bit later there'll probably be a link that will pop up in the top so you can go and check that out if you're not sure. And then this project that we're going to be looking at here, this was in the body electric, the body mechanic video. So but the point is here, you're at the stage now where you have your scenes here along the top, and you can see that they correspond to what's going on here. If I use the pads, we can swap through the scenes. Okay, and then you can see what's in those scenes a lot of the time as well. Okay, so this is what we have so far. What we're going to do is we're going to run through the project, and you'll understand if you've watched my previous tutorial on how the scenes and the patterns all work together. You'll know this. But you're at the stage now where you actually want to create a song. So what we have so far is this. I'm just going to press restart on Maschine or this. And you'll watch as I change scene manually on the controller. We'll swap to the next scene. And you can watch the scenes actually physically change here as well. Change the scenes at the top here as well if I want to by tapping on them. Now that scene at the end is completely blank, and that's good. That's what we want. So I inserted basically a blank scene in at the end. So being able to select the scenes from the controller is great for performance. Everything that you see on the Maschine controller will be reflected in the software. So for instance, once your mixer's done, if you go to mixer here and you go to the mixer view on Maschine, you'll see that at the top of Maschine here you'll have the names of the kits that you've used, or the groups if you like. So we used 3 groups of instruments and they're reflected across the top. So you can go through the different mix functions with this or this, and you'll see them being reflected as well. If we push our rotary encoder up 1 level, we're into the actual group mixer. So this means we can move across, and you'll see it again reflected on the Maschine software. So we can go, if we say for instance on this group here, group A, we wanted to mix the entire group, then we just go down a level and we can mix the group. Alternatively, you can go to view here on the software. So I'm at the top here, view, tap on view and choose your mixer view. And then again, as you watch this go through, we can choose, if we go up a level on Maschine, you'll see that it's reflected also on the software, and we can go through our different instruments, etc. that are actually being used in each particular group we choose. All this has been covered before. I've covered this before in other videos. What we want to do now is actually we'll go back to our same view. We'll go back to our ideas view. This is the ideas view. This is where you're constructing bits and pieces. And if I go to the arranger on Maschine, you'll see that this is more or less reflected exactly the same way as it is on the software. In fact, it's identical. So you don't need to be worrying about things like this. Everything is reflected. So you can work almost entirely in Maschine, except that arranging songs is a lot easier to do it via the software. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to say hi to everyone who's in the live chat as well. Hi Jade, hi Joe, hi David, hi Cy, hi Stephen, hi GM, anyone I may have missed, hopefully not. Don't know where the other spanner is, Russ. Russ said some really, really nice things about us on his YouTube channel. Anyway, that's Russ8889. Go and check him out. Listen, what you want to do now is you're going to hit this here. I don't know if you're seeing, but there's a little icon just here, and this is song mode. If you tap this, you go into this view here, and this is how you arrange yours. This is where you arrange your songs. I'm going to show you how you arrange them. Let's tap it again and go back to Ideas view. You can also do the same thing in the View tab here and go to Song like this, and you're in exactly the same thing. So you know you have 9 scenes, okay? So that's cool. So what we will do is I'm going to have to start off with a blank scene, and I'm going to end it with a blank scene. So we can use our number 9 scene because we know there's nothing in it, and there's only 1 bar of it anyway. So this is handy when we put it in for mastering and stuff like that. So bearing in mind, you've done the mixes, you've got the scenes, you've got your patterns, you're ready to actually rock and roll and make a song out of it, right? Okay. So there's a little plus button here, which is the. You right click on that, and then you'll see where it says insert. You have all the scenes that have been added to your project. If you had more scenes added, they'd all be listed there. So I'm going to go down there and do this. I'm going to click on scene 9, and that's added scene 9 to the beginning of the project, and there's nothing in there, so you're not going to see any patterns from any of these in there. Next one, we're going to tap on this little plus again, and we're going to insert scene 1, and there it is. Now at this point, what we can do is go to our timeline at the top, and we can drag this out another 4 bars. And what will happen now is if I press play on here or play on the machine, like restart, there's our blank bar, and it will play the scene, but we've duplicated it just by pulling it out. So let's stop that. Let's go to our little plus again here. Let's go insert scene 2, and let's also, again, we can go plus here and do it this way, insert scene 2. Okay, so there are several ways you can do it. We've extended scene 1 there. We've got 2 scene 2s there. That's absolutely fine. Then we're going to a little plus again and go insert scene 3. And I'm just going to have this super simple. I'm just going to have all these scenes play twice because we don't want to be here forever. So insert scene 4, and again I'm going to have that play twice just by extending it like this. Then I'm going to go insert scene 5, and again we'll just extend this 2 bars, otherwise we end up with a song that's what's it. But what we could do now is, if we wanted to spice things up a little, we could go okay, plus this, insert, I'm going to insert scene 4 there and just leave that for 1 bar. Then I'm going to go to here and insert scene 6 for where are we? 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to insert scene 7. You see, and then we're going to insert scene 8, and I'll let scene 8 play for once. And actually I'll go back. No, we'll leave it as it is because it gets confusing. And then finally we'll just insert scene 9. And now we can go back to the beginning here. Well, that's the end of that. So okay, so we'll just let it play through. And if you, I don't know if you can notice, but on machine here, you can see it tracking along exactly the same. And we can kind of run along the entire project with this as well, or zoom in. Now it's playing itself as a song. And there you go, and it's played our last blank bar. So that's it. That's all you need to do. That's how you arrange your actual... That's how you arrange your scenes into a song. You make sure that you're into song view by tapping this. You make sure that you obviously have all your scenes ready to go. And in the order you want, and like I did do that in the last tutorial for setting up your pattern scenes and how they work together, that kind of thing. Then go into song mode, and then all you need to do literally is just hit the little plus button and just add the arrangement as you wish. Like, so you could have that gap then, and you could add, say, oh, scene 2 again, sort of thing. When you've got to this point, you want to be exporting your song, so you go to File here at the top left, and then we'll just save this anyway because we've saved our project. And at any time you can, of course, jump back into your ideas view and carry on. We shall go to where it says export audio here. You want to be telling it where to go. Well, at the moment I'm going to choose a different folder. I'm going to have this saved just to the desktop. Okay, so I'm going to have it just save on the desktop. The name of the track is Undertow. The range is all, yeah, not a loop. So we're not a loop section, we're exporting the entire song. The source is the master, but you could just do the group or the sound, but we want to export the master track. Normalize is on. We could actually turn normalize off, and because we can sort that out in mastering. Loop optimization is on. Don't worry about this. Type is wave. I like to do everything in 44.1 because I'm old-fashioned, and bit depth 16. But that's entirely up to you. So we're going to hit export now. And it's going to export our audio for us onto the desktop. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all well. Yes, it's coming up to the Sound Test Room 10th anniversary this Thursday, the 6th of May. 10 years of the Sound Test Room. I'm very happy. Busy exporting. We can see it's exporting and it's busy. And hopefully it'll end up on the desktop. Where we shall go master it in T-Rex. Thanks, David. So for anyone who's been asking for this tutorial, I hope it's helped, and I hope you can understand it. But if it's not clear again, we can do it again at some point. We're nearly there. This is the joys of live. You have to wait while everything does everything itself. Lifestyle. Here we go, we're nearly there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the machine down so we can see the screen a bit better. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Cool. So let's just check it. It did end up on a desktop. What did I call it? Undertow. And there's a weird thing, right? It does this a few times, but we can easily find it. When I export from Maschine, it tends to stick it somewhere else for some weird reason. But we can find it and just drag it up. So I'm going to search for Undertow. And there it is. And I'm just going to hit location. And it'll open a location up for me. And I'm just going to find it in here. There it is. And I'm just going to literally drag it onto the desktop. And it says it already exists, but we can just skip this and it'll stick it on there anyway for us. Oh no. See, this is very, very strange. I don't know. I'm going to... Let me just put this into... I'm going to put this into a folder because that always works. I'm going to put it into Doug for T-Rex. Okay. Very odd because it's not there, and it might be there when I actually reboot it back up, but just let me check it's in here. So there it is, Undertow. Right, what we'll do now is open up T-Rex and I'll master the track as well. Otherwise we'll be going now. We don't want to do that, but you know, the machine part of this tutorial is now over, so if anyone was interested in that part of it, you can go now. Otherwise you're just going to hear me master that track we've just done just for fun. So I'm going to hit this little plus icon here and I'm going to choose Undertow because this folder will automatically have been open because it was the album, my album from the other day that I'd mastered. So I'm going to open Undertow, open, and it will open it up there. And it's quite the it looks like it's quite, so we might actually need to reduce the size now to 14, but we're gonna start with a actual thing I have called synthwave, which is set up for kind of synthwave stuff. But I'm gonna put this EQ just after this quad comp, like that. So in this chain, we have the T-Rex vintage compressor, and then I have EQP1A EQ, and then a quad comp. And first thing I'm going to do here, actually, do I want a quad comp? No, I'm going to take that out and add something else in. So I'm going to go to dynamics down here and add the, do you know what, my eyes can't see. Looking for the particular effect, so it won't be a sec. Quad image. I'm gonna use this quad image. So I'm going to put the quad image there, and the first thing I'm going to do with this is set up my a preset that I like in this, which is called where is it? Wide panorama. So yeah, so we've got the quad image now, the EQPA1A EQ, the classic EQ, this, and the T-Rex stealth limiter, which is just awesome. I'm going to leave that about there actually for now, and I'm also going to make sure that I'm not at a insane volume level, so I'm just going to make sure that these are all turned down a little bit. So important things we want to be looking at here is this. See this minus 14 LUFS. This is what's going to be important. A little bit either here or over this isn't too bad. And this is quite important as well, which I'll explain why. And then, okay, so first of all, I'm going to just zoom in to the beginning like this. And maybe a little bit more. And I'm just going to do that. And this is that was our first bar. It was kind of blank, so okay, so this is how fast it will sound. It will play. We can do the same at the end, but we'll do that at the end. So let's just minus this out so we can see the whole project. We're watching what's going on. So it's always good to do a bit of run through first, you know. We're obviously nowhere near minus 14 yet. Stop boosting that. Because you don't be paying too much attention to this just yet. This is the thing you want to be looking at. This and this. If this here starts being over here all the time, you don't want that. You want it over here. Because of the stereo. So I'll just... Right, what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to close Maschine. Yeah, save. Because it's taking up too much CPU now with everything going on. So, or we should just be able to carry on playing this now. So you bypassed it now, it's sounding duller. So see, the stereo was slightly off as well because the way I'd originally mixed it. So now I can balance them up left or right, left and right, or equal, to balance up the stereo here. So here would be your input signal and there's your output signal. So you want the output signal to be have a better stereo balance, obviously. awesome stuff. And then all we need to do is let's trim it off. Me messing around with it. That was me messing around with it, trying to change presets mid track. Anyway, but yeah, you get the idea. Do you know what I mean? That's all you do. And then you obviously, when your track is done, you can you can I'd have to do that again, but since I'm not really going to do anything with that track, it doesn't really matter. But that's the idea. You can import your clips and things. I think I'll do this one because I like this one. 14 tracks. Yeah, so this would be the unmastered version, and I think that's Size Masters. This is the one that I used, I think. So most of my chains are very similar. However, all the settings are different, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'll play this one for you because people seem to like this one. However, there we go. We can make some trimmy adjustments at the beginning anyway. So. Cool beans. So let's go and have a look at just for fun, just for fun. Let's go and have a look at how that project was actually put together as well. So we should have time, because I knew the Maschine part of the tutorial would be very quick. It's just arranging a song, and you don't want to go too much into it because otherwise it gets complicated. So it's best to get the obvious stuff over with straight away. Yes, it is. Oh, tonight we will be doing Beef. Yes, Beef. I will also be showing you some of the Mobile Music Pro Synthwave pack, because I'll use that as well inside Nano Studio. So that should be cool. Let me go and find last day. Last day. I have to open a project. Bum, 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 bum. Where's me? Wait a minute. There we go. Ooh, 1, 2. Okay, so this is the project, the last day project. Let's give it some master volume for. Lively piano. And that motif runs all the way through the track. just messing around now. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what this is. I'm wondering if it's something different, or it ended up as the. Oh, I know what this is. This is a waltz. This is in 3/4. This is. This isn't finished. It needs loads doing to it. This is just like a little intro part, and then there's more stuff that's got to go after. So this is kind of something that's new that'll be used at some point, I guess. Used shreddage. I did shreddage, and I think probably contact drums. Yeah, one of my favorite things in to use at the moment is where is it? Let's go. Where are they? Native Instruments is it's called let me run this down here. It's called Rise and Fall. It's really, really cool. I'll open this. I haven't got a keyboard plugged in because I've got the thing in, but Rise and Hit, and it's so cool because you can. It gives a really great rise and then a hit afterwards. It's really nice. Don't worry, guys. I'm going in a minute. But yeah. So for instance, this one, these are the hits this side of the keyboard, and this side of the keyboard are the rises and the hits. So this would be just what happens at the end. But if you can, and you maybe just swap out one, and it'll load it in. And it all categorized different types, and then you've got all full control over what waves are used in this. You can swap out the samples either or. But the cool thing is they're all perfectly timed. So there's one bar over 2 bars, and so on and so forth. 4 bars, so up to 8 bars build. So it's perfect. You can place the actual hit part of it absolutely bang precisely on the marker sort of thing. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. I'm waffling now because, I've finished the tutorial part ages ago. So anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for joining me this afternoon, and I hope that the Maschine part of the tutorial at the very beginning, that was useful for people wanting to know how to arrange their songs. Anyway, listen, I will be back this evening where we will be doing Beef with Nano Studio 2, and I will be showing you some of the cool stuff you get for absolutely free from the Mobile Music Pro Synthwave pack, which I think is available. I think it was available last Wednesday. So I'll let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes. I'll play this little track again, I guess. And I will see you later. Thank you very, very much. Ta-ra.